Hey, what's going on, guys? We got another X and Y Wi-Fi battle for you against Hugo, and Hugo has a pretty much a primarily rain team. He's got that Politoed to set up that rain. He's got that he's got 4 water types basically. He's got that Rotom-W and that Kingdra with that Swift Swim, of course that Azumarill. So I gotta be careful, and not to mention I'm pretty sure that Jolteon is packing Thunder. So I do want to just set up rocks ASAP because I mean nothing in this team is really weak against rocks, but it's a good lead to set up my rocks anyways. So yeah, so Hugo is going to lead off with the Gengar. I'm kind of afraid of that taunt. I'm just going to lead off with my Ferrothorn. You know, kind of playing a risky bet here and just go straight for the Stealth Rocks. And luckily he doesn't have taunt, he just has the Shadow Ball. So it kind of turns out that this Gengar is probably mostly primarily an attacker. So I'm pretty glad this Gengar also does not have a Focus Blast. Or maybe he just doesn't want to use Focus Blast because it misses too much. For the most part, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have much Focus Blast, so I am able to get up a layer of rocks and, of course, another Leech Seed. So things are looking pretty awesome here. He can't really kill me, not even with another Shadow Ball. So with Leech Seed, this is like a 4-hit KO for him. So he is going to have to withdraw, and he's going to send out his Rotom-W, possibly to just burn me or anything, even though I do resist both of Rotom's stabs. I'm going to switch out too, because I thought, you know, he was going to stay in. I'm going to switch into my Chansey, because I thought the Shadow Ball was coming, but he decided to switch out, so fair enough, fair enough. I honestly don't know what this Rotom-W can do, so, you know, my safest bet was just thought he's going to Volt Switch, but he decides to burn me, which is really odd, since most Chanseys do run Aromatherapy, and if they don't run Aromatherapy, they usually just have, you know, Natural Cure. My Chansey doesn't have Aromatherapy, as you'll see, but I do have Natural Cure, so I do miss my Toxic, so I knew he's going to switch out into his Gengar to absorb that Toxic, so I was going to switch out too because I have nothing for this Gengar. I just have Seismic Toss and Toxic, so obviously this Gengar will you know, be immune to both, so I'm going to have to do a double switch here. I'm going to bring in my Goodra because my Goodra can pretty much take any attacks coming from this Gengar. He's going to go straight for the Sludge Bomb, and it's his best attack. I am running that Assault Vest, so that literally does nothing. And he fortunately does get that poison. Go for my Dragon Pulse, and it barely kills them. Makes me wonder, maybe I should have just equipped my Goodra, not with Dragon Pulse, but with Draco Meteor. He's gonna go straight for the Destiny Bond, and I didn't see that, honestly. I thought this Gengar was like a pure physical attacker, so that's why I decided to just go straight for an attack, and unfortunately it takes me out. So it takes out my special defense in my team, but it also takes out his Gengar, so it's fair play, I suppose. Now he's going to send out his Politoed. It's a great opportunity for him to send out his Politoed. He does have that free switch. I'm going to send out my Ferrothorn, seeing that my Ferrothorn is still pretty much healthy. It's got that half HP, so I thought, you know, why the hell not? And this Politoed, unless it has Focus Blast, it can't really hurt me, so even his Scald and the Rain won't do too much since I do resist it, and I do have massive special defense. And luckily he doesn't burn me, so this Power Whip is gonna hurt like a bitch, and takes him to like very low HP yet again. All his Pokemon are surviving so many attacks. He goes for his second Scald, and he doesn't burn me, but my Power Whip misses, so maybe I should have just went for a Gyro Ball. I wasn't sure if the Gyro Ball could have killed, and honestly, I thought I could live one more Scald, but and as a matter of fact, I could have, but he does get that nice lucky crit. So I'm gonna send out my Crobat to you know, pretty much revenge kill him, but he decides to save his Politoed for later. I don't know why, because my rocks are up, so he should have just let him die. Instead, this Jolteon is gonna get U-turned. I used U-turn in case that he did want to switch in, and yeah, he did switch in, but honestly, now I think about it, a Brave Bird might have actually killed the Jolteon. I am Choice Banded, so yeah, not sure. I'm going to switch into my Boogers. He can't really do anything to me unless he does have that HP Ice, but seeing that his team looks pretty non-hacked and non-Pokegen, I don't think this Jolteon does have the HP Ice, so he does have the Shadow Ball. It does nothing, but however, he does get that lucky special defense drop. I went for the Stone Edge because I thought he was going to switch into his Rotom-W, honestly. So I should have just went for the Earthquake, honestly. I don't know why he would have stayed in. Maybe if he really thought that his one single Shadow Ball could have killed my Hippowdon, he's gravely mistaken. So I'm just going to switch out because, well, he did drop my special defense, and I don't want to keep missing my Stone Edges, honestly. My Stone Edge just probably won't do too much to the Rotom anyway, so I'm gonna switch back into my Chansey because it's a good opportunity to switch out to my Chansey since his Gengar is finally dead, so nothing in his team can really wants to appreciate a Seismic Toss nor a Toxic. He does land his Will-O-Wisp. Again, I don't know why he Will-O-Wisped me again. You know, I just came back from Natural Cure and I cured my burn, so really strange. I don't know exactly why. So I just go straight for the Seismic Toss. See how much it does. And it does a dick load, and with Sandstorm he's like half HP now, so I know he's gonna switch out. He's gonna use the Volt Switch and probably switch out into, I don't know, like a physical attacker, probably a Kingdra if the Kingdra is a physical attacker, or the Azumarill. So that's why I'm gonna use my Toxic here. But he doesn't even use Volt Switch, so I don't even know what kind of set this Rotom Wash has. Maybe it's choice, I don't know. But I'm gonna land my Toxic. Luckily I do land it, and now this Azumarill is poisoned, so it's pretty fucking sweet. He's gonna get hurt by poison, but he's not gonna hurt by Sandstorm anymore since the Sandstorm has subsided, so. In the meantime, I am also getting burned, so I'm gonna use Soft Boiled in this turn. It's funny how I outspeed this Azumarill. Azumarill is so slow, but I thought Chansey was even slower. They're both like just these odd-looking egg-shaped slow things. He goes for a Power-Up Punch and not Super Power, so it's a pretty unique set here. It literally does nothing. So I'm pretty safe. I'm pretty sure I can live another Power Punch or even a Waterfall. So I'm going to expect another Power Punch or a Waterfall, and as I predicted, he does go for the Waterfall. He's a +1 Waterfall. It'll do a decent amount, but it won't take me out. And now I'm going to show you that I have counter. I don't have Aromatherapy. This is actually counter, and it turns out really useful. It just took out like this behemoth blue ball Azumarill. But unfortunately, Burn does way too much to Chansey, so I do go down. So if I wasn't Burn, I would have stayed in and possibly, you know, counter his team. Now he's going to stand on his Politoed, and his Politoed is going to die to rocks, which was hilarious because this Politoed can't even activate Drizzle because it dies to rocks. So yeah, it's a pretty fun thing I learned today. If your weather Pokemon dies before, well, before it dies to set up any rain or sunny day, it just cancels it out. So now I'm going to send out my Boogers because I'm expecting that he'll probably zap my ass, and as it turns out he does. He's just going to use the Volt Switch, so it's a good play there, and this Sandstorm is going to take him out one last turn, so if he wants to switch out, that's fine with me because the rocks are going to kill him anyway, so he has no choice but to stay in, and surprisingly he has the Hyper Beam, so it's really hilarious. But I am Hippowdon. I eat it up so nicely. This literally did nothing. I'm gonna use Curse because I don't need to attack because since this Jolteon is going to die to the Sandstorm, so might as well just use Curse to get a free boost going on, and you know. So yeah, this Jolteon does go down to Sandstorm. So it's hilarious how I brought Hippowdon to this game too, since pretty much cancels out the Politoed's reign. So pretty awesome there. He's gonna send out his Rotom. I'm fearing that Will-O-Wisp, but then I'm thinking, you know what? I don't think this Rotom can kill me with one single Hydro Pump, so I'm just gonna stay in and see how much Stone Edge will do. And of course I miss, so it's not called Stone Edge, it's called Stone Miss. If you guys don't know that, Stone Miss, Miss Stone, always misses. Here I thought, let's just see if I can live one Hydro Pump. Honestly, I'm in a pretty comfortable position. I don't even mind if I lose my Hippowdon, honestly, since, I mean, half of his team is water type, so there's no point in switching out anyways. He's gonna use the Waterfall and he lands it, and unfortunately I do not land it, so I don't know what kind of set this Rotom washes. Maybe it has a lot of special attack, maybe it is especially offensive, so yeah, that took me out pretty easily for him. He didn't even have to use Will-O-Wisp probably. Now I'm gonna send out my Koga and pretty much kill this Rotom Wash with a Cross Poison. Since Brave Bird is not very effective, I'm gonna go straight for a Cross Poison. You don't see Cross Poison on Crobat too often, so it's pretty sweet animation too. Gonna send out his Kingdra. It's no longer raining, obviously, so he doesn't have to Swift Swim, so I am going to outspeed him. Gonna hit him up with that Cross Poison. Does a pretty good amount, and I get a nice Poison Toe, but unfortunately I don't get that critical. It'll be sweet if I get that critical. He goes for an Ice Beam, so it's especially attacker, and I live it. I'm like, oh fuck yes, Koga, you're the shit, man. You fucking live it with 5 HP, so I am free to kill this Kingdra and finish up his team. So there you have it, 2-hit KO with Cross Poison. yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and thank you Hugo for bringing a pretty cool, awesome rain team. Unfortunately, you guys don't see my Mega Gyarados yet, but I will showcase him next time, so stay tuned, and please like this video, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, guys.